afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alicia Thompson, and my presentation this afternoon is on parental involvement. Now, my question that I want to ask you this afternoon is, what is parental involvement? I went on the internet and I found some sources that defined parental involvement for me. One source says that parental involvement is the active participation of parents in their child's education. Their participation can be in the form of attending a school meeting, a session with the child's teacher, assisting with homework, or any other form of involvement. Now we want to move on. Now I was asked to do a study to find out how involved parents are in their children's holistic development. I interviewed 5 parents from a private school in an area that I will not disclose to you. However, you could say that these participants are what we would call sample participants because they were accessible at the time. They visit the school on a regular basis when they drop off their children. Now, 5 of these parents were, 2 were male and 3 were females. After interviewing these parents, I came up with the following. I realized that some of these parents were unemployed, employed. Their status could be described as single, married, or in a common law relationship. Now, after asking these participants several questions, this is what I found out. They were involved in their children's holistic development in many ways. 2 participants said they would love to be involved in their child's development, but unfortunately work took up too much of their time. Another disclosed that she didn't feel that she had the self-confidence to be involved in her child's education, which we'll look at a little later on in the presentation. Now, one may ask, what's the age group of these participants? Some were in their early 20s and some in their late 30s. They are all parents, like I said earlier. Some of them said they had excellent communication with their child's teacher, and to them that was enough involvement for them. However, according to Kids Health, it says parents who are involved at school demonstrate their interest in their child's education, and it sends a positive message to the child. Children of involved parents are more likely to feel accepted at school. It builds their confidence and it makes them eager to participate in schoolwork. Another source says consistent parental involvement leads to improved communication and relations between parents and teachers and also administrators. When parents are aware of what their children are learning, they can be of assistance when the teacher requests for them to participate in activities, which is excellent. Now, another thing I found out from this study, I realized that there were factors that impact or affect parents' involvement in their holistic development. Now, one major factor that really hindered parental involvement was time. Now, one source says that working parents might not have the time to spend in school activities. So work prevents them from being actively involved. They can't go on any field trips with the children. They don't get to attend PTA meeting as they would. Self-confidence was another factor. This might be because the parents don't feel confident in themselves, and this is what another internet source said. To be exact, Hypertenco said that. Not confident about their ability as parents, so as such it hinders them from being actively involved in their child's education. The learning environment. Now, this one is a positive impact on parental involvement because one parent disclosed that The environment was warm and welcoming, and she felt the warmth when she entered the environment. So that made her excited about being involved in the school activities. Now, according to Holloway, Yamato, and Suzuki 2008, if teachers appear to care about parents and children and about the welfare of the children, they communicate respect to parents, develop effective means of communicating with families. This will make parents more willing and able to become involved in their children's schooling. Now, looking at the factors that hindered and impact these parents' involvement in their child's education, one could say, now these are my recommendations. I would recommend that even though parents don't feel as confident as they should develop a relationship with their child's teacher in such a way that they are able to communicate their feelings. Another recommendation is that they don't have to be confident to participate. They could go to school and help out during lunchtime. They can go on field trips with the teacher. These are ways of them being involved. Now, based on my recommendations, we can conclude and say that successful parental involvement is actively participating in your child's education by assisting, like I said earlier, with homework. You might not be able to do it on a regular basis, but do it when you can. Now, after doing my research and all of that, I realized that most of the parents were able to participate in their children's holistic development in their child's education. Thank you.